This battle will have you on the edge of your seats. I'm telling you right now, by the end of this video, you will be practically falling off your chair that you're sitting in. How's it going, guys? Welcome back to another Pokemon Scarlet and Violet Wi-Fi battle. Today we're battling against Raymond from the Discord server in the RU tier. Go ahead and join the Discord server. It's the best place to go for Pokemon Scarlet and Violet Wi-Fi battles right now. There is a link in the description down below. And I also want to point out that only 36% of people watching this video right now are subscribed to the channel. So even if you think you're subscribed, just double check because you may not be. We've had a couple of people comment saying, I didn't realize I wasn't subscribed. It happens. So just double check. And if you're not subscribed anyway, why not doing it? Why not doing it? Why not do it? Come on, you're letting the team down, come on. But anyway, with that being said, let's jump into the team preview. Okay, Raymond has brought some fire. They've got a Coalossal, Arboliva, Weavile, Dragalge, Iron Thorns, and a Sableye. So, looking at their team, I'd say we could lead with Rotom-Mow because obviously Rotom-Mow, there's no ground type, so we can just kind of Volt Switch on anything. But I feel like Crocodile's a good lead because I'm looking at their team and I feel like they might lead off with Sableye to try and taunt the Coalossal lead to stop Stealthrox getting up. They could lead with, I don't think they'll lead with Arboliva, and Crocodile matches up really well against their team. So I feel like if they don't lead with Arboliva, Crocodile's a good lead, so I'm going to do that. And the battle begins, so Raymond's going to lead off with Queendra, which yeah, it's the Dragalge. Okay, cool. Nice and powerful and shiny, gotta love it. Crocodile comes in and you know what, this Dragalge has no chance in hell. The only thing they can really do here is switch into Arboliva because it resists Earthquake. It's the only thing that resists Earthquake, otherwise they're gonna get some pain, suffering and all that stuff. So I'm gonna go for the Stealth Rock expecting the Arboliva switch. They do withdraw the Queendra, which is great, into the Arboliva, and I'm going to assume it's shiny because Raymond's always got shinies. And before anyone says anything about Raymond's team, I've seen a couple people comment about Raymond's team saying, oh, it's always full of team shiny, it must be hacked. Let me tell you, right, if you was in the Discord server, you'd know this. Raymond spends a lot of time on the game. He puts a lot of time into his teams, all right? He hunts these shiny Pokemon. It's you know, he does, and I don't want people disrespecting him saying that he hacks and stuff. But, I mean, I use PK Hex to get my teams, but Raymond doesn't. He definitely doesn't. So anyway, I'm going to withdraw a Crocodile. And we're going to go into Rotom-Mow because it's a grass type. We don't have to worry about Leech Seed. We don't have to worry about Sleep Powder. We don't have to worry about Energy Ball. Dazzling Gleam is going to sting a little bit, but we should be all right as we are all right. I could easily trick this. So I'm going to assume they're going to switch. And I'm going to go for a Volt Switch. Potentially to block something. I think if they're going to switch into something, what would they go into though? I don't know. So I could trick this thing, but I'd lose my Rotom because they just Dazzling Gleam me again. So I think I'm going to Volt Switch. We do Volt Switch, and they do stay in. So Volt Switch comes through. That's, of course, going to activate the Seed Sour. Seed Sour? Is it Sour or Sour? I think it's Sour, isn't it? We're going to withdraw our Rotom-Mow. Mowfoe. And what's the best thing to come into a Dazzling Gleam right now? Probably Coalossal, right? I think Coalossal's the best bet. So we're going to go Coalossal real quick. The pits. And we're going to go into that, and as the Dazzling Gleam comes through, we're going to resist that nice and powerfully. We should outspeed Arboliva, and we should be able to go for a nice and powerful Heat Crash right here, which is going to hurt pretty much anything that wants to come in other than the Iron Thorns. This does give them an opportunity to go into Iron Thorns, though. So I could make the read right now and go into Rotom again, because if they go for a Grass type move, we should be able to eat it up still. So if it goes wrong, we still got Rotom around. So I think we make the read and we go for the Rotom-Mow. They do withdraw Arboliva, which is great. I don't want to give the Iron Thorns a free switch, because if the Iron Thorns gets a free switch, oh, they're going to Coalossal, that's fine as well. If the Iron Thorns gets a free switch, then we kind of lose, because Iron Thorns is pretty busted, especially in RU. I can't believe it's RU. It's effectively Tyranitar in RU. I know Tyranitar's a bit better, but, you know, it's whatever. So anyway, I would go for a Leaf Storm. It's boosted by Grassy Terrain, but I feel like they're going to Dragalge here, so I'm going to go for a Volt Switch anyway. They do withdraw the Rock Titan. They don't want to get hit by a Trick or a Leaf Storm, and they're going to go into what? Queendra the Great. There we go. Queendra the Great comes in, which is absolutely fine by me. Nice and shiny. Gotta love it. Gotta love it. We go for a Volt Switch. That's going to do absolutely nothing to the Dragalge, but it gives us a bit of momentum. It actually gives us a free switch into something else that can potentially threaten their team. So we've got a couple of options here. We can go Crocodile. We could go into our Bossman, the Heracross, get the Guts boosted stuff going on there. We could also go in there. I think Crocodile is probably the best bet. Looking at their team, though, Heracross matches up so well. it'll basically force them to go Sableye. So I think that's probably the best bet because Heracross can carry Earthquake, right? So, oh, we're flying. It's flying Heracross. I love it when this happens. It's so cool. It's so cool. Anyway, what was I saying? Oh, yeah, Heracross. Yeah, Heracross. Basically, we're going to threaten this thing out with a potential Earthquake. It looks so cool flying like that. I love it. We're going to threaten it out with a potential Earthquake, and what we're going to do is we're going to smack it in the face with a Megahorn on the switch into the Sableye. I think that's the best play. If we lose Heracross here, it's not the worst thing in the world. It is one of our main threats against the Arboliva, but we should be all right. So I'm going to go for that Megahorn, expecting the Sableye switch. I think they kind of have to go Sableye here, or Arboliva if they're really ballsy and want to predict the Earthquake. That's the ballsy play for him. He's taking his time though, so I'm going to guess he's thinking about it right hard. They do withdraw. We made the right play because nothing wants to switch in on this Heartless. Heartless comes in. Is that the Sableye? Sableye comes in as expected. Brilliant. Can we hit the Megahorn? That is ideal if we could hit the Megahorn. We do hit the Megahorn. Brilliant. Takes out the Sableye, and we are golden. There we go. We made the right read. I love it when you make the right read. It's so satisfying. So satisfying. In comes Weavile. I love that nickname. In comes Weavile, looking nice and shiny. Gotta love it. I don't really like a shiny Weavile, to be honest with you. It's a bit of a messy one for me. I don't think the colors look very good. But that's just me. That's just me. What's our switch into the Weavile though? Probably Coalossal, right? So I think we're going to make the Coalossal switch. They might predict the switch. It looks like they haven't, but they might have predicted the switch and gone for something like, I think against a low kick. Low kick might sting. Low kick might sting a bit with the Coalossal. So they do go for an Icicle Crash, which isn't, of course, we're going to beat that up because we're a Coalossal and we are fet. I think now we can just fire off a Stone Edge, and they can't really switch Coalossal into a Stone Edge. As you'd imagine. The grass is going to disappear, which is great. I think we can go for a Stone Edge freely here. But at the same time, I'm worried. I'm really worried. I feel like they go for a low kick if they get low kick. They either go for a low kick or they switch into the Coalossal. If they go Coalossal, we could go Sylveon and set up Calm Minds on it. But we're going to struggle to hurt it. So that's a problem. This is a tough call. So they either go for a low kick, like I said, or they go into the Coalossal. So I think I'm going to make the Rotom-Mow switch. It's a bit risky. They do withdraw the Weavile, which is great. Great for us. They do go into Queendra. That's not the ideal situation. That means this thing gets a free Draco, pretty much, which is really unfortunate. That would not have appreciated a Stone Edge. It would have resisted the Heat Crash, of course, but they don't necessarily know we've got Heat Crash because Heat Crash isn't that common on Coalossal, to be fair. So anyway, let's see what we're going to do here. So I kind of want to trick this thing. I feel like that's a good idea. I feel like tricking anything on their team is going to be good, so I'm going to go for the trick. If we could trick this thing into a Choice Scarf, that'd be ideal. Because I'm no doubt, it's Black Sludge, but no doubt it's going to KO us here anyway, so we may as well trick it a Choice Scarf. If it's Toxic Spikes, for example, we're going to lock it into Toxic Spikes. We get the Black Sludge, which is unfortunate, but it's whatever. They go for a Draco Meteor. They are now locked into Draco Meteor, which is good to know. Very good to know. Very good to know that they're locked into that. So, with that in mind, we can freely go Heracross now and get a KO on something. Because all they can switch into a Facade. Oh, we're flying again. Cool. All we can switch into a Facade here is the Coalossal or the Iron Thorns, both of which get bodied by close combat the next turn. So we just go for a Facade here, right? There we go. Facade comes through. We do outspeed because Dragalge is the slow. Unfortunately, it lives somehow. But Heracross's decent special defense is able to take that -2 out Draco Meteor pretty well. So we're not too bad off there. What we can do now is we can actually finish this thing off with a Trailblaze, boost our speed, which is great. Which means we now outspeed the Weavile, which means now they are going to struggle to KO this Heracross. In fact, it could be GG right there. It could be GG right there. The only bet they've really got here is if Coalossal can live a close combat. Or they're going to Tera. Tera's a thing. I forgot about Tera. In comes a Weavile. So Weavile comes in. Weavile's an interesting choice there. I'm assuming they're going to be Tera Ghost and to try and block the Facade or the close combat. I'm inclined to go for a Megahorn, but it's going to miss. And then on the flip side, I'm inclined to go... Are they going to Tera Ghost? Am I overthinking it? I might be overthinking it. I'm pretty sure Trailblaze will KO anyway. No, I don't think they'll Tera Ghost. There must be a reason they brought this thing in. Are they just going to Ice Shard us? Are they Choice Banded and they're going to Ice Shard us? They go for the Ice Shard. Are they Choice Banded? Oh, the Life Orb. We saw that earlier. We saw they were Life Orb earlier. I'm an idiot. I forgot. But either way, the Weavile goes down. And now Heracross can't sweep because it's on a timer. We're going to get hurt by Burn this turn, which is going to leave us on a sliver of HP. And then the next turn, after we've attacked whatever we want to attack, we're going to go down. We're going to go down. So they've got to be very careful with what they play with here. Arboliva comes in. An interesting one for sure. I think they Tera with this. I think my best bet is to go for a nice and powerful close combat. So that's exactly what I'm going to do. They do withdraw the Arboliva, maybe expecting a Megahorn. They go into the Rock Titan, which is the Coalossal. Can Coalossal live a close combat? I wonder. I'm curious. It can't. It can't live a close combat, that's for sure. But I'm guessing they did that to just in case we went for the Megahorn, I'm guessing. Which is fair enough. I think that's the only way you was going to get around losing any member of your team. But looking at your team, there was no reason for me to not click close combat, you know? So Heracross does go down to the burn, which is really unfortunate. But what can you do about that? We are at a staggering advantage. We can't really risk much here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into Oricorio. Nirvana over here. I'm going to go into Oricorio. There we go. Nice and powerful. Nice and shiny. They go into Mecha Gojira, which is going to be the shiny Iron Thorns. Love shiny Iron Thorns. It's such a cool shiny. Such a cool shiny. So they're going to get that booster energy, which is great for them. And that's going to boost their attack. They are more than likely going to Dragon Dance here. So we have to match that with a Quiver Dance of our own whilst Tera fighting. So we'll go for that right now. We'll go for the Tera fighting. There we go. Lovely jubbly. Nice and powerful. Massive fist on my Oricorio's head. Gotta love it. Gotta love it. And yeah, I'm expecting them to Dragon Dance here. They go for a Stone Edge. Fair enough. It's going to do a lot of damage to us. We are invested in defense though on the EVs. So we are able to live that pretty well. And this particular Oricorio set is a menace. So we can get away with... Well, we can't because they're going to go for an electric type move right now. They're definitely going to go for an electric type move right now. I think we just have to go straight for the Revelation Dance and hope for the best. Pretty much. So let's go ahead and do that. They are going to Tera. What type are they going to Tera into? Are they going to go full electric and be able to be neutral to the fighting? Or are they going to go Tera Rock? They go Tera Flying. Ah. See, that's just put a big damper on things. So we go for a Revelation Dance. It's not going to do much damage to the Iron Thorns. It'll still do a nice bit of chip damage, like. Not gonna deny it. Nice bit of chip. There we go. As they go for a Tera Blast, which is of course gonna be able to take us out. So Tera Blast comes through. That's gonna take out Nirvana. Unfortunately, Oricorio once again didn't get to do much. The Iron Thorns is just putting in the work right now, taking out my Oricorio like that. I can't believe it. I'm shook. I'm shookadile. Speaking of shook, I have like one option. It's Coalossal with the Stone Edge, or Navi, the Sylveon with a Hyper Voice. I'm pretty sure we can get away with the Sylveon. So what we're going to have to do here is... I'm not sure. We are physically defensive. I'm sure we can live any hit this thing wants to throw at us. Question is, can we live two? Can we live a Tera Blast? Can we live a Stone Edge? Do we outspeed? No. We definitely don't outspeed. So I think just going straight for the Hyper Voice is the best play. So they go for a Tera Blast. They don't want to risk missing the Stone Edge, which makes a lot of sense. It's going to do nearly half, which means Stone Edge will finish us off this next turn. And unfortunately, we were unable to get the KO. So that is unfortunate. That is really unfortunate. So we might be able to live a Stone Edge. I'm just thinking whether we need Sylveon for anything else. We should be good. We should be good here. So they're going to go for another Tera Blast, of course. Tera Blast is going to come through. It's going to not KO the Sylveon, but it gets us pretty close. Hyper Voice comes through, and down goes Mecha Gojira. So there we go. The Iron Thorns goes down, which is absolutely fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. As now Arboliva is pretty much their last chance. And it's going to be a tough battle. It is going to be a tough battle because Arboliva is one of those Pokemon where, for some reason, I just have a really hard time taking it down. It doesn't matter what team I have. They always end up getting rid of the thing that gets Arboliva. But whenever I face Arboliva, I always have a hard time. So I'm going to go for a Hyper Voice just to get some damage off. We do outspeed, of course. It's going to do some decent damage. Seed Sower is going to come through, get the grassy terrain up. As now they're going to go for a Giga Drain and take out Sylveon. So that is unfortunate. Real unfortunate that we had to lose Sylveon there. But Sylveon did good. It took out the Iron Thorns. It avenged our Oricorio. It avenged it. So Arboliva is looking pretty weak right now. Coalossal can come in now cleanly. And I have a feeling that Heat Crash will take it out because Heat Crash should be base 120. It obviously says nothing there, but I'm pretty sure Arboliva is really light. It's literally a plant. So we'll go for a Heat Crash. I mean, it's hardly the Great Deku Tree. Let's just put it that way. So there we go. They go for a Giga Drain. It actually takes us out, which is crazy. Absolutely crazy. See, this is what I mean. Arboliva gives me such a tough time. So the problem we've got is that I do not have close combat on this Crocodile. I do not have close combat on this Crocodile. Our best bet here is that A, they are specially defensive. B, the Giga Drain doesn't... Well, the Giga Drain is going to take us down to Sash, which is going to restore most of their health. We need to get a defense drop with this Crunch. We need to get a defense drop with this Crunch. So we'll go for the Crunch. Oh. Oh. Arboliva definitely wins this for them, which is really, really cool. I really like Arboliva. I really like Arboliva. It's such a cool Pokemon. It grew on me. I didn't like it at first because I kind of looked at it and I was like, meh, what the hell's going on here? But it's really grew on me, to be honest with you. So we'll go for another Crunch just in case we get a crit. No crit, which is fine. We get the defense drop on this turn, which would have been helpful the next turn. They go for the Giga Drain, take us out, and that is going to be the game. So GG Raymond, that was a really fun one. Really close, came right down to the wire. Arboliva was just too much for the rest of my team, unfortunately, because Oricorio obviously went down. They got me with the Tera. They got me with the Tera flying on the Iron Thorns. Pretty fun game, though, nonetheless. Thank you, Raymond, for the battle. I appreciate your time. Thank you for watching today's video. I appreciate all your time as well. If you did enjoy, of course, leave a like, subscribe, all the wonderful stuff. And with that being said, I'll see you all in a bit.